my sorting algorithm was selection sort, which is like it's efficient on lists that aren't too long. And okay, basically this is the definition of sorting. Sorting algorithm is an algorithm that puts the elements of a list in a specific order that you predefine for it. Or yeah, selection sort is a sorting algorithm with O
A big O?
yeah, with a big O number of n squared, which it means it's efficient for short lists and it's good for when you have a limited amount of memory.
Okay.
Basically, how it works is, okay, I'm not gonna read this. I'm just gonna explain. So, how it works is that you have your list and it's not sorted. So it's gonna go from left to right, and it's gonna find the smallest number.
It's gonna compare every value in the array,
Yeah.
and it's gonna determine which, after it
Going
searches
all the way
through
through, I'll
Yeah.
say, this one was the smallest I found.
It's gonna determine
Okay,
the smallest number,
let me have him answer it, Skylar.
and it's gonna move it to the left,
Okay.
and then it's gonna divide the list into two parts: the sorted and the unsorted. And the sorted it doesn't touch anymore. So then it keeps going through the list and finds the next smallest number and moves it to the left, and it keeps going like that until all the numbers that it finds are in order. And that's a picture of it, and this is an animation of how it's done.
Okay, so from the looks of it, gentlemen, doesn't look like this is really that efficient. Doesn't look like it's that efficient because it's going through every single
Right, a lot of,
subarray
that's why.
unnecessarily, right?
Yeah, but it's good on small lists.
Yeah, that's the point. That's why it's good on small lists. It's like therefore like n squared, like it's efficient while like the number is small, because then it increases, the time increases exponentially. So this is an example code for selection sort. It's pretty simple, short, and
Can you explain it a little bit?
yeah. So it has an int I, which is at first equal to 0, and then x length is the length of the list, and then it's like subtracted by 1 because it starts at 0. So then while I is shorter than the length of the list, it keeps running this for loop, and the for loop runs through the numbers and picks out the smallest one, and then puts it into whatever temp is. Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
So can you see, guys, why the order, the average big O notation would be n squared here?
Yeah.
We're dealing with nested loops, right?
Right, yeah.
And because we're dealing with nested loops, every time it does one of those for loops, it has an order of n. But because it's nested, then you multiply both of those. Okay? It's very, very simple code. I don't expect you to memorize this, but I do expect you to identify that when it's occurring on the exam. So what is one way to tell whether or not selection sort is being is being used on the exam? Look for nested loops, right?
Well,
And look for swapping of elements, right?
And the comparison, of course.
And where's the comparison?
It's in that.
to make sure it's the
Net if
smallest
statement.
value.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the if statement, if x
Yeah.
sub I is less than.
Yeah.
Exactly,
There's,
okay?
Okay, so, and here is questions you said to put, but before I put the questions, I have,
Yeah.
this is, I don't know, it's just a kind of cool animation.
Yeah.
so now
Oh,
it's
this will take
comparing.
forever.
Yeah, so now it's comparing all the values, trying to find the smallest one.
And then it puts the smallest one all the way in the front.
Yeah. So right now that's the smallest one it's found, and I don't think it's gonna find anything smaller.
There you go.
So
Oh, now it's going fast.
So that flashing one
Now-
over there is the smallest.
It goes faster the more elements it, the bigger that subarray becomes, right?
Yep.
Music.
it looks like it's got a maximum efficiency there, right? 4 millisecond delay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was so insane.
That was cool. I like that. I like that video.
All right, let's answer these questions, guys.
This is like the simplest question. Okay, like why do you need to sort things?
That is a good question, actually.
Potatoes.
To organize data.
Oh, to make it easier to search.
And how does selection sort work?
It compares values using loops and swapping up.
Right. It goes through the array, finds the smallest value, makes that the first element of the array. Then it goes through the subarray left over.
Yeah, what's left and just. So
Okay.
it just constantly picks out the smallest one
Correct.
until it puts them in.
Right. Okay. All right. Very good, Taras.
What do I?
Alt P. Very good.